All right, let's do this. Maximize your studio's output, top productivity strategies for photographers. Now, this isn't the sexiest subject because it's not about marketing or shooting. It's about productivity, which is pretty boring. But for those photographers that want to earn proper money, if you want to work smarter and not harder, then you need to really listen up because we're going to go through a whole heap of strategies here for you so that you're going to be able to progress in your business, scale, grow, and do all those things. Because unfortunately, 20% of our time as professional photographers is not actually taking photos. It's consumed by administrative tasks and editing and client management. And it's boring as batshit. It's all the stuff that you don't want to do. But we need to understand to be a photographer, to be productive, to be successful in business, it's just something that we need to do. So we're going to go through some major kind of topics, and we're going to start with conduct a photography business health check. As boring as it sounds, you need to audit your workflow, audit your business. Because let's be honest, like these days, technology is catching up so fast. AI, workflows, new apps, new systems, new camera gear. It's changed the game dramatically. What we used to have, as in lots of staff members, we now have all the AI and automation and technology that is actually replacing those team members, unfortunately. But it does mean that you do need to adjust your workflow. So you need to audit it so you know what you're up to and what you need to change. Time management. Now, this is one of those things that you need to understand your time management of where you're spending your time. This is where you might want to do productivity sheets. This is where you might want to understand really like document your week that you're having or the week that you like document during the week what you're doing and when you're doing it, and do that for a week or two. You'll really find very quickly what you're spending most of your time in. And talking about time, you need to value yourself because, you know, if you're not charging the right prices and you think that you're only spending 3 hours per client and it ends up being 10 hours per client and you haven't charged accordingly for that time, you're going to undercook yourself and you're going to be wasting lots of money as well. And you're not charging enough. Review your client feedback. Client feedback is gold. This is where if you look at your reviews, your 5 stars, your Google reviews, listen to what people are saying about you. Wow, Mark, like it was so much fun. The experience is awesome. It was amazing. We felt relaxed. We felt comfortable. They're the marketing words you should be using as well. But if you're finding things like, it's too expensive, we were too rushed, you know, if the feedback was like, oh yeah, you know, it was a great time, but the photos weren't really stacking up to what we wanted to get, then you need to listen to that because that feedback is valuable for your business to move forward. So it's really important that you do that. Then you look at growth opportunities. This is where you get to dream a little. This is where you get to go, right, I'm working from home. I want to move into a studio. What does the studio look like? For me, when I was running my business in Melbourne, before I even started, when I was working from home, I knew I need 6 rooms. I needed a waiting room, a wedding room, a shooting room, a design room, an office, a production room, 7 rooms, and a bathroom and toilet because we needed to fill that space. We got to dream big as well, which was really cool. We were photographing like 500 families a year. We had a team of 3 photographing 20 weddings a year. It was awesome. Every room was full, which was great. So, but the key to your growth opportunities, you need to know your numbers. You need to know your financial goals. You need to know your stats. You need to know your numbers, and you need to make sure that you're moving forward. Okay, moving on to time-saving productivity hacks for photographers. One of them is to batch processing. Now, we've all batch processing files, but I'm not talking about files. I'm talking about batch processing your time. So we never used to shoot on our business was Tuesday to Sunday, and we never shot on Tuesday and a Wednesday. That was always empty. That was our marketing, our systems, our processes, our follow-ups, our phone calls, and everything else. And we only used to shoot Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 1 and 2 evenings a week, which was a Wednesday night and a Thursday night. So By batching our time, by batching the client experience, it made it more efficient. I'd rather do 5 shoots on a Saturday in a studio, back to back, lined up, hour and a half at a time, than do a shoot here and then change and do some editing and then come and do another shoot. Your head's in a different, like a zone. It's easier just to go, right, marketing on Tuesday. That's what we're doing. We only shoot these particular days. Our design appointments are those days. It does make everything a little bit easier. Other ways to save some time is to template everything. You realize that what we do is the same thing for every client time and time again. Now, we do personalize them, but end of the day, your welcome email is your welcome email. Your booking letter is your booking letter. Your gift voucher is the gift voucher. What they need to prep for their shoot and their design appointment is kind of the same. It's only tweaked like 10%. So if you template everything, it's going to save you a heap of time, and you can make adjustments to the templates as you go as well. I know it's a weird one, but shortcut keys, as simple as a cut and paste. I've actually linked it in here, called Rocket Typist. It's shortcuts for everything, just like you need to learn your shortcut keys for Photoshop and things like that. The quicker you learn how to use your computer and the software, the quicker it makes the workflow go as well. Tame the digital clutter. Like, I know it's boring, but you need to be an organized filing system so that you know where your folders are at, where your admin folders are at, where your client folders are at, where the files are at. So we used to do it as a number system. So it was ES for Enhanced Studios 00001 underscore Rosetto. That's the file name. Then you'd have the same sequence for the RAWs with underscore 001 until how many images. And then you'll have the same name with underscore JPEGs. No, the number, sorry, JPEGs and then the number. And then we did that with our files. So whether we want to search Rosetto to find the files or the client number, it was really easy to find stuff. And the other part is the backup. If your file system is nice and clean, do the 3-2-1 strategies. 3 copies in 2 different media types and 1 offsite. It makes it like it's just going to save your ass in the end when something goes wrong. Okay, must have productivity tools. Now, this is a no-brainer, but for a lot of photographers starting out, a CRM is like, I don't need a CRM yet. I'll get one when I'm busy enough. I'll get one when I need it. Now, I can tell you now, set up your CRM, your client relationship management system, as soon as you start your business. Because when you do get busy enough, you don't have time to clean it up and fix it and input it and put all the data in. It's a pain in the ass. Like, as soon as you have made a decision that you're going to be a professional photographer and you've got a number of clients coming through your door and you have a workflow and you have an email sequence and you have this client experience, personalized experience, like, and you're using different softwares, you do need to collate it in one local spot. So a CRM is a no-brainer. So Hello Zen CRM is a wildly awesome CRM that does everything that you need to, from streamlining client communication, efficiency booking and scheduling so they can book themselves and pay, personalized client experience so that we know what they're doing at every time so we can connect with the people. Automated workflows. So this is one of those things where there's a pipeline. So you know what email was sent and what booking letter and what confirmations, and everything's automatically done, which is awesome, but you need to write it in the first place. It's not going to do everything for you. Plus, it's got all your business insights, all your reporting, so when you're making decisions about your business, about your marketing, about scaling your business, getting a VA and all those type of things. And with your marketing, you need to know what's your average order, who's your best paying clients, why did that client turn out so well, what did we do with that client that gave us that result, which was great, what do we do with that client that didn't give us a very good result, and you really need to be insightful about your business. The next one is seamless integration. This is a biggie because in the digital age, there's more and more and more and more and more apps that are going to come out that are going to do wild things that are going to be fantastic. And if you don't have a CRM that you can um, connect your apps with, you're going to then just have more and more software. About 5 years ago, so we're going back to anywhere, actually not longer than 5 years ago, 2010 to 2020, before AI really became a big thing, we needed a software for everything. We needed a CRM, which was very basic, but it wasn't automated. We needed an email marketing campaign. We needed social media platforms and scheduling. We needed, what else do we need? We needed Photoshop with all the retouching and Lightroom and selling your programs and then an online gallery and everything. Now, there's software and programs that have got it all in one, and HelloZen is one of those. Make sure you click on the links to check it out. Now, there are a few things with your CRM that it does exceptionally well. One of the other things is your project management and tasks. So CRMs have a project management and task built in, but sometimes they're not as clean as others. So people like to use Asana and Trello and Notion and all those different types of things to organize it. You can use them as CRMs, but that's not what they're built for. They're project management systems. All right. Then if we're talking about productivity tools for photographers, obviously cloud storage and business tools. So Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, those apps are brilliant because what it means is that your data, and then you got your Dropbox and Google Drive, is that your data and your information with your CRM is accessible anywhere in the world. So if you're on a job, or if you're overseas, or if you're on holidays, or if you're out for dinner, or if you're at your kid's soccer game and you get a client email of a distress or a VA or something is like, oh my gosh, I haven't done that. Why haven't I done that? You know that you can just jump on your phone and you can pick it up and you've got access to everything. It saves that, oh no, I left that file on the computer at home, it's on the desktop. So it does make your business more flexible around the world. Last two things for this is accounting and financing. It's boring, but you need to have your Xero, your QuickBooks, your bookkeeper. You need to know your stats, you know your figures, you know your BAS, you know your GST, you know what you need to pay and when you need to pay it. Don't get caught out with a big ass tax bill. It's not cool. Then social media is one of those tools that works really well for productivity. So one of the things that you can do is, at the moment, you've got your Later is a program, is like a social media scheduler. So you create the post, you put it into Later to schedule after. But one of my favorites is Repurpose.io. I've done a whole talk on this and interviews with Hani about Repurpose.io. Well, the best part about this is it literally, you don't have to do anything once it's set up the first time. You set up Repurpose.io, you link it to all your social media, and then all I do on my phone is on Instagram is do my normal habits. I'll do my reels, I'll do my stories, I'll do my post, I'll put it onto Instagram, and Repurpose will repurpose it automatically to everything else. It's amazing. Last things I want to talk about is conduct a year in review. So the end of the year is a perfect time to step back and reflect on the year you've had, right? Don't wait till January, February, because you're going to miss the mark a little bit. You kind of need to, while it's fresh before you go on a Christmas break, is just do a bit of a health check year in review. For starters, know your numbers, pull out the spreadsheets, get the data, have a look at some trends, have a look at what's been happening, what's been spending, what hasn't been spending, what products have been jumping off the shelf, and what other products people used to get but they don't get anymore. So this is a time where you do need to reflect on that. What are your most profitable campaigns moving into the next year ahead? You might go, wow, I actually did these 2 campaigns that I did really well. I might do 4 of them next year and replicate it to different genres. Or you might go, hey, I did like 6 campaigns, 4 of them did well, 2 of them bombed. I'm not going to go those 2 this year, or I'm going to adjust what I've done from this year to next year because I know where I went wrong. You might think you need to upskill. You upskill in your photography, you upskill in your skill set, It might be you need to learn how to retouch a bit better. You need to know how to photograph a bit better. You need to build some confidence, and it'll really help like stepping your business up to the next stage, not just business, but creativity, because you're learning new skills. Marketing is one of those things. Like marketing's like what strategies worked, what strategies kind of didn't, and what are you going to change. Then we go into challenges. What did you overcome this year? Like over the years, we've had the GFC, we've had interest rates, we've had COVID, we've had so many different things. But this is a part like, what did you overcome to reflect back on to go, do you know what? This was really crappy at this time of year, but now I did this and it's worked out really well. It's a great confidence builder. Last thing I want to talk about, planning for success. So now we've reviewed the year. Now we go into, okay, what does success look like to me? What are the goals that I would love to achieve next year? What are the trends that are happening right now in our photographic industry that we need to adapt for this year? Maybe it's lifestyle brand shoots have boomed. Maybe it's particularly the genre of photography. Maybe it's a change of style that you did and it was like you're getting traction. So find it. When I say find it, then I talk about opportunities, like looking for areas of growth, looking for areas to upskill, looking for areas where you're going to be like, what opportunities are there for next year in new software, Hello Zen CRM, new mirrorless camera, because you want to wirely transfer all your files. So it's going to be quicker, faster, easier. Learning new AI technology, like with Imagine AI or Evoto, like what opportunities are there to scale and grow, right? And then it comes down to what marketing are you going to do next year, where your clients are going to be found, and financial goals. All these things are written in the description underneath. I'll also link it to a blog that I've written all the details, finer details of all of this. But my final thoughts are this. Now that you've got a toolkit of full productivity strategies for photography businesses, this will transform the way that you work. By implementing the strategies, you're going to free up more time and focus on your profession and your passion of what you love, creating beautiful images, and you get to do that while growing a thriving business. But productivity isn't about working harder and being more productive and the rat race. Productivity is about working harder, but also about working smarter. So if you're working smarter, you don't need to work as hard, right? There's a few of these hacks, there's a few of these tips that you can implement like straight away. Like time batching and time blocking for me was huge, because if you know how many shoots and how many design appointments and what days you want to work and what days you don't want to work, it's easy to book in your clients and you know what's happening in your business. It makes life so much easier. It's a big tip on my side of things. But end of the day, it's your business, it's your journey. Whether you jump into some tips that we've talked about today, start making some changes, you'll see a significant change in your results. Even a simple thing, quick story, using different workflows and AI technology, we freed up a whole 12 hours a week, 12 hours a week for one particular client. That's 2 full days a week that a client now has to photograph more clients, to make more money, to go play golf, I don't know, go shopping, get a massage, spend some time with the kids, whatever it is. 2 whole days, purely because we changed a workflow and found some AI and technology that will increase productivity and work a lot smarter and not harder. There's endless opportunities. You just need to go out and get them. If you have any questions at all, let me know. If you want to schedule a 20-minute coaching session so we can catch up, please do so on the website. And I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell. I sound like my kids. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye.